So, welcome to JG's Fight Talk, and this is brought to you by Dan and Joe at Vote Boxing. Big shout out to the lads. But let's forget about them for a second. They do great work, but we're here for Anees Taj. How you doing, Anees?
I'm good, mate. Thank you. How are you?
Oh, honestly, chuffed you could come on, mate. In the car as well.
Yeah, as it just finished training, so look, I'm not going to pull out of an interview just because I've finished training and I've got in the car. Let's do it.
As you do. But I've been told to quote something to you before we start.
Okay.
This is from Dan, by the way. He said, I'm not doing the accent, as we've clearly stated.
You have to do it.
No, I'm not. I'm not ruining a perfectly good movie here. I fight and you may die. Run and you'll live, at least a while. And dying in your beds for many years from now, would you be willing to trade all the days from this day to that one chance? Just one chance to come back here and tell our enemies that they may take our lives,
but they'll never take our freedom.
Braveheart himself is with us now. Massive shout out to Sam at SWS Boxing. Yes, Anees, come on, pal. So, honestly, mate, it's lovely to have you on. 10 fights, 7 wins, 5 knockouts.
Yep.
We're doing well, mate. We're doing well.
We're doing all right. Look, I didn't plan on losing, but that's life.
Who does?
Yeah. And, stuff happens, gets taken out of our control. So the only thing I can do is work on getting better each day. And that's what the strive for greatness is about. Every day is another day to prove you are better than the day before.
Exactly, mate. You're only as good as your last fight, aren't you? And then you learn and move on.
Exactly.
But yeah, when did it all begin for you, Anees? When did you first put on a pair of gloves?
I've got pictures having gloves when I was younger. I've got stuff, but I've grown up in a family where we enjoy boxing. So Muhammad Ali tapes, Mike Tyson videos, stuff like that. So always seen them, always been around those sort of videos. But the first time I actually put on gloves, I had a fight at my uncle's wedding in 2007. I was about 11-year-old.
That just sounds like a piss up.
To be fair, it was my would-be auntie's nephews who were starting the fight with another nephew of hers, and I thought I'd be a good. I didn't know they were her nephews as well. I thought I'd be a good would-be cousin. I was like, yeah, I'll help you, and I went and smashed some people up and got in trouble for it. And then the thing was, my dad said, look, you need to know how to defend yourself because there'll be a day when you're not bigger than everyone. And they were 15 years old at the time. I was 11. But my dad said, look, we got to get you doing a bit.
Let's face it.
I did a bit, but at the same point, I preferred playing rugby, preferred playing football, and I played rugby to a decent level, football as well. So I was like, not really into boxing. But about 15 years old, I thought, you know what? I got fed up with the rugby. I got fed up with the football. So I was like, you know what? Going to boxing. And I think it was about 4 months into starting training. I just got at it and then had my first fight in December 2012. And then since then, it's just been like flying, just doing everything that I could do. I've always done it, boxed for a few England teams, boxed in Mexico, boxed in Italy, boxed in Pakistan for the Kashmir team. I was supposed to be part of the Asian Championships for Pakistan. I was entered, but I had passport issues. So I've been through a lot. Would have loved to do the Olympics. I was on the Olympic team, but I'm also a realist. So I sort of weighed up the options. Luckily I did because COVID came, Olympic qualification changed. So it was just all different. I wouldn't have qualified anyway. So I would have been in the same boat just a year later. So I'm happy I turned over when I did.
Yeah. And what was it? Debut 29th for the 11th, 2019.
Yep.
Mate, I can't even say that name. Daviditis.
Imantas Daviditis. He was the toughest one of the three that what my coach Sean Murphy said to me. He goes, why have you got to pick the toughest guy out of all of them? I go, well, to me, it looked like the easiest. He goes, how is 6'9" easy. I was like, we'll see what happens. And I
How
knocked him
tall are you, Anise?
6'1.5" roughly.
Oh, mate, you're tiny.
Yeah,
Tiny.
yeah. But I knocked him out the first punch I threw.
I did read that. I
Yeah.
thought that's ridiculous.
Yeah, first, just he's trying to gauge me for a right hand, lining me up, and then I just dipped, went over, and that was all she wrote. He tried to get in up, fell back on his ass, and it was over.
Well, as we know, though, with height and that sort of thing, if we look back to David Hay in his world title fight, prime example, isn't it?
Yeah. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. And to be fair, you've had your knockouts, you've had your points wins, as you say, you've had your losses along the way, but as you say, they're learning. Still early on in your career, early days. But do you know what I love about you? I'm gonna show a bit of love.
Go on.
11th of February 2023, you went against Riley.
Yep.
Obviously came up short, but do you know the best thing is you're going straight back in.
Yeah.
That's what I love. Putting the wrong right straight away. Now, was that your first thought after you lost? I've got to get back in and put this right, or was it like your team said, look, maybe we'll try something else and then come back, or was it a case of no, I want to get that done?
It was a case of I need to go and beat the hell out of this boy. I need to go and put this right. It was 3 days after I was told. I said to my manager, I want the rematch. I'm pushing for it. It came out on the head-to-head yesterday because I wanted it to. And now I can talk about it because it is in the open air. I rung Viddal 2 days after the fight. Or he rung me, sorry, he wouldn't give me his number. He said, I sent him mine. I said, here you guys, give me a call. I want to talk to you. I go, listen, whatever happened in the fight, where it was a load of BS, I shouldn't have been stopped, and I'm not happy, and I'm gonna push for a rematch, and I'm gonna get a rematch. Whether that's now, whether that's later, I just want you to know I'm coming for you. In the nicest way. And
it was so basically it was like a taken phone call with like a please at the end of it.
Not even a please. It was just it was a taken phone call that I'm coming. So just be ready. So
how did he respond to that? Was he all right talking to you? Was he,
Yeah, he was all right. He said, look, he goes, all right, if it's offered to me, I'll take it. So I was like, fine. But now my issue was, will it be offered to him? So I was told a few things. I need to get myself in contention for a title. Now that's what I'm going to bring up at the press conference. I said I was going to say. So I need to get myself into contention. I need to jump through a lot of hurdles that they were saying to get the rematch. And I was like, fine, I'll do it. I was supposed to be fighting someone else on the same show. And I got pulled off that 5 days before the Riley announcement. I got told you're not fighting on the show. I was like, all right, whatever, cool, I'm not fighting. And then I got sorted so I got told all this, you're not fighting, whatnot, pulled off. I got myself on another show trying to jump through these hurdles and these hoops that I was told I needed to do. And then I got called by my manager saying, I've got you the fight on the same day. I was like, oh, okay. The same guy that we had before, he goes, no, the rematch. And I was like, okay. I just linked up with a new coach. I said to him, and the thing I said to him is, if I get the rematch, no disrespect, but I will be taking it. He said, I'd rather not go into a big fight as our first fight together, which is all good and well, which is a fair point. And I was like, but if we get that, he was like, if we get that, he goes, it's a very winnable fight for you. So yeah, let's do it. I was like, wicked. So as soon as I got the call, I called him. I said, we've got the rematch. He goes, fine, let's do it.
So obviously you've watched your previous.
Yeah.
So in approach, obviously you're going to look to approach things differently.
Not necessarily. Okay. Not necessarily.
I'm not trying to get out the answer.
Yeah, no. No. And to be fair, I've told him as well. So it's the approach.
Are you out to knock him out, Anise?
Yeah. I'm going in there. I said essentially that I'm going to knock him out in 6 in the first fight, and I'm taking this as round 4 of the first fight. It's just a continuation. Well, I don't see it as I shouldn't have been stopped. The doctor bloody opened the cut up, stuff like that. He shouldn't have done any of that. But I'm going out. I know exactly what caught him. I know exactly what I did that affected him in that second round of the fight. So I've got 2 rounds to take him out, which is what I plan on doing. And I think the way that we've worked there, the approach has been very similar. There's been a few things that we've adjusted because of watching stuff back. So all I know is when I hit him, he's going to be going. As we saw near the end of that second round, he was wobbly, and I sort of rushed a little bit, just rushing in front of the same shot. It'll be a variety of shots now. It'll be a little bit different, but the same at the same point.
Yeah. Oh, mate, I can't wait. Are we going to get to see it?
What do you mean?
So, because what is it? York Hall, isn't it? Where
Yeah.
it's going to be at.
Sky Sports.
You're on the Sky Sport because you're on the same as Aaron McKenna, aren't you?
Yeah. So
mate, what? I tell you, this card's just got better for me.
we'll be part of the televised bit as well. So as far as I'm aware, because of Adam Azim being pulled off for injury, I think Fraser Clark is going to be main now. I think Caroline Dubois is co-main, and then the one just before them is either Aaron McKenna or mine. Whichever way, I don't know whether it's Aaron McKenna then mine or mine then Aaron McKenna. So we're like, let's be honest, the other two, no one really looks at them. The main events, Aaron McKenna and mine, is whichever one. Just not sure which is coming first, but we'll both be on the televised section.
No offense, but when you look at the others, Caroline Dubois, you know what you're going to get, which is demolition, because she is quality, isn't she? There's no doubt in her at all. Fraser Clark, that's a good fight. To be fair, I think that's a really good fight. But I just think, mate, I think you and Aaron McKenna, they're going to be the fights, aren't they? Aaron's got that's a great fight for him as well for a title. Yep. And obviously this is like, I don't want to say grudge, but there is a bit of a grudge in there because of what's at stake for you on a personal level. And where it takes you next. I think that's the big thing out of this, isn't it? But mate, I'm buzzing, absolutely buzzing. And now meeting you as well, I can tell how passionate you are, what it means to you. Just a top bloke as well, to be honest, Denise.
Thank you.
That's the quietest you've been. But no, as I say, mate, I wish you all the best. I'll definitely be tuning in. You'll have to let us know on the day what sort of time. I'm sure that will get shoved out everywhere anyway.
I'll post that up on as soon as I get it. I think I should be getting that on the weigh-in date. That's what happened last time, because as far as I was aware last time, I was on about 7 o'clock, and then because of my press conference antics that happened last time, made it a little bit more meatier. They were like, "Oh no, you're on at 9." I was like, "Oh, okay, fine, yeah, love that." Like,
this guy's got to go after the watershed.
So I think it'll be about a similar timing. I reckon, if not past 9, it will be 8 onwards. But cool. As soon as I'll be posting it on Instagram, and I'm sure Boxer will as well. They'll post the running order anyway. So it should be fun and games, and I'm looking forward to it. It's a different camp this time, with the help of Dan and Joe at Boxing.
They've been great.
The nice kit from Flow Fightwear. They've got me a good bit of stuff this time. Kit. What's it called?
To be fair, mate, you just seem happy, and a happy fighter is a dangerous fighter, as we all know. And I'm
in a very good place this time.
Oh, mate, I'm chuffed to hear it. Honestly, I really am. And Sam's just jumped in with SWS Boxing. And Nice KO in round 3. Come on, brother. Can I just say he said round 2? So let's
see it. Hey, look, I've said round 2.
I want round 2. You've said it, Anise. I want round 2.
well, but if that happened in round 2, well, we've got round 3 as well. That's fine.
As soon as if that bell goes, like you get that final little 10-second reminder, and you think, "Oh shit, mate! I told Joel round 2. You've got to
I'm walking in. No, I'm walking
you
in.
level him."
Yeah. That's it. I'm headbutt him if I have to.
Don't you
No.
know?
I don't want to get disqualified. I don't want to get disqualified.
It's not a wedding, mate. It's not a wedding. But yeah, but no, honestly, mate, I'm absolutely buzzing for you, and I really appreciate your time as well, Anise. And I'll be cheering you on. And as I say, big shout out to Vote Boxing. The lads have been doing some great stuff across all fighters, but especially for yourself. And as I say, happy fight is a dangerous one. So we look forward to seeing you getting your revenge.
That's it. And then hopefully we'll get a post-fight interview, and it will be a happy, successful one.
Of course it will. I've got no doubt, mate. No doubt. As I say, you're relaxed. And I think when people are relaxed, that they just feel more comfortable in what they're doing, and it comes more naturally, as opposed to going in feeling rigid and having to really find the fight. They just kind of find their flow. And well, Anise, thank you very much, mate. I really appreciate it. As I say, you've been watching JD's Fight Talk. Hit the subscribe button, but chase Anise on all of his social media platforms. Give him your support. Get behind him. As I say, Scottish, Irish, and Pakistani all need to get behind this guy, because just a top bloke. Honestly, Anise, thank you very much.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure, and hopefully many more to come.
Yeah, take care, mate. Speak to you soon.
Take care. Bye-bye.
See you, mate.